Hello, welcome to another video. This is yours truly. And I want to talk about something different. I don't want to make videos about the United States, the people of the United States, where I live in the United States, and what's going on with me, and talking about people in Canada. Um, but yeah, well, anyway, in this video is going to have Canada involved in it, so I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm not gonna talk about, the anti-vaxxers here in the U.S., but there's anti-vaxxers that live in other countries. I'm not gonna talk about, you know, the Omicron variant. I'm not gonna talk about that because I got a strike on this channel because of that. Got 2 strikes. And I'm not gonna rant, rave, and complain about what's going on with me, what's going on in my life. And I already said that. So I'm gonna talk about something different. In this video, I'm going to talk about the political association of 54 member states. To those of you who live in the UK, you guys know what that means, or some of you probably don't care. I'm not gonna talk about this all the time, so just gonna be a one-time thing. And I listened to a certain radio station in another country that made me want to do this video. The political association of 54 member states. And these 54 member states were once former territories within the British Empire, and they're now all part of the political association of 54 member states, which is known as the Commonwealth of Nations. And all these nations have Queen Elizabeth II, who is the ruler of all of these countries, and she is their head of state. And I have a flag. I got the Union Jack, which I picked up at a souvenir shop in Belgium. Someone who is Irish told me this flag is known as the butcher's apron. And I have it with me right here. Here it is. Yeah, well, this flag didn't represent the British Empire because, well, there was a flag that was part of Great Britain that represented that, along with my country, the United States, that broke away from Great Britain as the 13 British colonies on the east coast of North America declared themselves independent and formed the United States of America. Yeah. So, don't want to brag about that, but, why I want to do this video is, I heard something on ZB Radio, which is a radio station out of New Zealand. And it was a radio station that came out of Wellington, New Zealand. I think that's the capital of New Zealand. Um, that's where the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern in the New Zealand Parliament is, or the Median House. Yeah. Yeah, so I was listening to this station, ZB Radio on TuneIn Radio. I got Fire TV for Christmas, so I listened to this through Fire TV. I used to listen to this on my Apple iPod Touch and my Samsung Galaxy 3 Android Internet tablet and my smartphone, which I have with me right now. I listen to ZB Radio on TuneIn Radio on Fire TV. And I've listened to this guy, and I talked about this guy in a previous video. His name is Bruce Russell. And Bruce Russell, he had a lot of people call in on his radio show, and they were talking about Prince Charles and his wife Camille are going to be the king and queen of England, and also king and queen of the Commonwealth nations, and the Commonwealth nations are going to all become a republic. That's what I heard. Said all the nations within the Commonwealth realm, 54 of them, are going to be part of the republic. And the majority of the people who were calling in on this station were all old people, old white people. They all had the Kiwi accent. The Kiwi accent and the Aussie accent. They sound similar, but they're different. Anyway, anywho. They were calling in on Bruce Russell's radio show, and some of them were lying. They were talking about, Prince Charles is going to become king, and Camille isn't going to become queen, or something like that. They were lying and saying that Camille isn't going to become queen and Prince Charles is going to become king. Well, actually, the way I look at it, any one of you from the UK or any one of you people who are viewing this video, who are like living in the UK or Australia, New Zealand, Canada, you guys can correct me on this, but some of them were lying, saying that Prince Charles's wife isn't going to become queen when he becomes king, if Queen Elizabeth II passes away. So I'm listening to this and I'm saying to myself, I'm just an ignorant American, I may be ignorant, but my mind is open and I want to learn things. I want to learn about things. I don't want people to lie to me. These old people, some of them were lying, some of them were telling the truth about, talking about, Prince Charles and his wife Camille is going to become king and queen of England and all of the 54 nations within the Commonwealth realm. Both of them are going to become their prospective heads of state or heads of states or something like that. So they were lying. You know, some of them were lying. Said, "Oh, Prince Charles is going to become king, and Camille isn't going to become queen, and I hope she doesn't become queen because you know people in the UK hated her. You know, and I heard that Camille was the most hated woman in the UK, and now she's the most liked woman in the UK now. So I was just a fly on the wall listening to this. It was, it was kind of interesting, to me, yeah. I remember a while back that someone in Canada was telling me lies. I'm Canadian. Some of the people in Canada will lie through their teeth about stuff like this. I mean, some of them lied to me about Queen Elizabeth II, saying that she's not their queen and something like that. She's not their head of state. And to be honest with you, honestly, she is. But they're just lying to me because they view me as a stupid, ignorant American who doesn't know anything. You know. Yeah, but it was interesting, but the truth is, you guys who are watching this video who live in the Commonwealth nations, some of you might disagree with me or not, but I'm not gonna be like Alex Jones and just be an idiot and just say a lot of crazy whacked out stuff. I'm not going the Alex Jones route because I hate that guy. That guy's an idiot. Yeah. 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 You know. The proof is in the pudding. When Queen Elizabeth II passes away, Prince Charles is going to become king. He's going to become King Charles, and his wife Camille is going to be queen, and they're going to be king and queen of every country in the Commonwealth realm, which used to be part of the British Empire. So yeah, so that's fact right there. Me being an American, I really don't care this much about this stuff. But if my country, the United States, didn't go through the American Revolutionary War and stayed on as the 13 British colonies on the east coast of North America and morph into a different country and be part of the Commonwealth, will I care about this stuff? I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't care at all. I got a friend by the name of Captain Brandon Horror Lover. He probably wouldn't care about this stuff at all. He probably wouldn't care about the Queen Moon, and I wouldn't care about the Queen Moon at all. Also, I noticed, and I heard about this, when Queen Elizabeth II passes away and Prince Charles becomes King Charles and his wife Camille becomes king and queen. The money in the Commonwealth nations, like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, those countries, the money that currently has Queen Elizabeth II on it. Heard that this money is going to be given back to given back to some mint, and they're going to destroy the bank notes. The UK has pound notes. They have the pound. Canada and in Australia has banknotes that are made of polymer, and you have the coins. Um, so yeah, I think the I say in I say in Canada, the toonies, the loonies, the quarter, dime, and nickel that has Queen Elizabeth II portrait on it are going to be replaced with Prince Charles and well, it's going to be replaced by Prince Charles and Camilla's portrait on them. I don't know how this is going to look. I mean, I don't know. It's going to have, yeah, Queen Elizabeth is going to be removed. I mean, off of money in the Commonwealth of Nations. So, instead of me saying something like this about Canada's money, colorful pieces of paper with a black woman, a queen, and dead prime ministers on them, I'm going to say this. Colorful pieces of paper with a black woman, a king and queen, and dead prime ministers on them. So I'm probably going to say that. Or probably someone who lives in Canada is probably going to say that, or, probably going to say that. Yeah, so, Queen Elizabeth II's funeral is probably going to be really big, after she passes away. So, I'm going to be hearing about this. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting to talk about stuff like this. And it is, it's very, very interesting. It's good I can make a video about this. Yeah, I know this isn't related to this video, but I remember a while back, someone on YouTube accused me of saying that I think that colonialism is good. Colonialism isn't good. It's bad. A lot of people died during colonialism, and a lot of people died throughout the history of the British Empire. I mean, people in India, they were treated like animals by the British. In India, they were jacking up the British were jacking up their food, their resources, let the Indian people die through starvation / famine, and like setting up like British concentration camps, and through all of this, the British called the Indian people savages. Well, how can you call them savages and you guys are the savages? And they did this throughout their colonies, they treated the indigenous Australians in Australia like garbage, killed them off, stole their land, and my country, the U.S., got that mentality where we stole the land from the Indians, killed them off through war and diseases, and brought them down to smaller numbers and put them all on Indian reservations. And on those Indian reservations, the living conditions are very bad. They live. It's so bad. It's like a third world nation. And up in Canada, I heard about the indigenous people. were treated like dirt. They were treated badly. Children were children died at this school in British Columbia, and and they were buried in unmarked graves. And my friend from Canada, his name is Mustafa Alam, told me about this, and he told me that Canada's a scummy, is so bad. I mean, they try to hide this. You got other people in who held colonies in the world. You got like Spain and France. They weren't angels. I mean, they were just as bad as the British, and they were. But some of this is history, and some of this was bad. But I believe you just gotta just move forward. You just gotta just put things behind you and move forward and try to improve a country and help people. Help people who are struggling, who are suffering. I mean, that should be important. Like climate change, income inequality, making a better future for the next generation. I mean, that should be important, and on the climate crisis, you got Greta Thunberg, who's shedding a light on climate change. I know climate change is real and it's happening right now. Stuff like that, So yeah. So that's all I gotta say in this video. Yeah. Prince Charles and his wife are going to be king and queen of the UK, England, and king and queen of the 54 nations within the Commonwealth realm, and it's going to become a republic when Queen Elizabeth II dies. And speaking of Queen Elizabeth II, her story is that she's a really nice woman, really nice old lady. That's what I heard. The former idiot president of the United States, Donald Trump. He went to the UK, and he was acting like a jackass, and making a fool of himself and disrespecting the Queen. That's what I heard. Me, I'm not gonna go around and disrespecting countries. I'm not gonna go to the UK and bash the Queen and bash the royal family and and bash how people in the UK look. I'm not gonna do that. And I was guilty. I made a video about how people in the UK are. I was stereotyping them. And I felt bad making that video. I just made that video because I've been ignored and disrespected by people in other countries. And I feel bad about the things that I said in some of the videos about the UK. I didn't get a lot of views on those videos. And I probably won't get a lot of views on this video as well, but yeah. Good and bad exist everywhere. And yeah, I went to the UK. A police officer was being rude to my father at Heathrow Airport. My dad asked this police officer, where the buses were. He just ignored my father and just walked away. And an old man at this ship dock in Southampton, England, mumbled at me on searching me. He was mumbling, and I found out what he was talking about. He was wanting me to take my shoes off so he can check my shoes and check me. So yeah. And someone from the UK told me that, I'm not gonna talk to you unless I'm drunk or sober, or if I'm smashed drunk or if I was smashed drunk, and I won't talk to you at all. But if I'm sober, I won't talk to you. And someone told me that people in the UK are antisocial for the most part. But hey, I mean, no skin off my back. Hey, if you want to get smashed drunk and make a complete fool or imbecile out of yourself, by all means, go ahead. You're making a complete arse out of yourself. That's right. You're making an arse out of yourself. So, if someone in the UK walks up to me and says this to me, "Get up, you bloody crawler! Get up, you bloody crawler! Get up, you bloody crawler!" I'm just gonna look at him and just gonna laugh and smile and just walk off. So, that's all I gotta say in this video. God save the Queen/King. And cheers.
I'm not Janine, you bloody melt. I'm not Janine, you bloody melt. No farting in the car park. No farting in the car park.
I'm still farting. Feel the belly. I'm bloated. Might be able to push a few more out for you, sorry. What do you think?
No farting in the car park. No farting in the car park.
Oi! Bah! Get up, you bloody crawler! Get up, you bloody crawler!
God save the Queen!